Can you give someone a skin graft of your butt? Ask him for a friend. Right then, so my message box is getting absolutely rammed with people facing buffering issues. So all I'm going to do is try and share a video with you of all the fixes you can try to get rid of buffering from your device. So it may not work, I'm going to be honest with you, but it's a few things to consider doing. So that being said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's crack on. Right then, so a lot of this is going to be based around the Fire Stick, but it's going to be the same principle for any device that you are using. So first of all, we have to bear in mind, and probably the most repetitive thing people say to you, is your internet connection. Right, so if you're watching a stream which requires, say, 3GB download, which is obviously, if you're using a movie APK and you're watching a movie with a 3GB file size and you're on a connection of, say, 20MB, you're going to experience buffering. If it's a 4K stream, you're going to experience buffering. I get high download speeds, and even I still encounter buffering with speeds of up to 200MB per second. One thing you can consider on Fire Stick is linking an Ethernet adapter. So this allows you to be able to actually link your Fire Stick or your device to the wireless router to directly connect it to your internet, which could help improve that device. Another thing you've got to bear in mind is the device that you're using. Fire Sticks have always been good for me, although Android boxes are brilliant as well, but you have to watch what you're using. A lot of people do message me about boxes that are Android version 4.6, which is really old, really outdated, and honestly, you need to think about upgrading. You need to think about what kind of RAM it's got, what kind of storage it's got. I'll be going into that a bit more shortly, but do make sure your device is up to date. If you're using a first generation Fire Stick, expect there to be issues because they're terrible and they're really, really slow. So that's one thing to look at as well. Another thing can be a player, so as simple as an external player. Right, so if you're trying to watch, say, a TV show from an app, and you're using the internal player, so you've not set any other player to it, this can cause issues. Showbox is one of the main examples for this. A lot of people, they say the words aren't matching what people are saying, it's not in sync. Purely all you have to do on Showbox is go into your settings and change the player from such as VLC player to Android player, and this will fix that a lot of the times. Although that's nothing to do with buffering, I know, but a lot of apps you can actually use external players. So MX Player being one of the most popular external players out there. It is available in my file linked and on my website where you can go and get it, and this can save you a lot of hassle. Yes, it may take a little longer to load up, but there are a lot of people which do have success with this just from that little switch. Right, so another thing like we just spoke about is stream quality, but this doesn't always apply to movies and TV shows, live TV apps as well. This is a major point that you're going to come across. Right, so a live streaming app, if you're using such as a LiveNet TV, saying it's bringing a crystal clear image through, it's 1080p, you can expect buffering. But if you switch to such as MobDraw or TV Tap, which bring usually 360p streams, which is quite a bad quality, you will find it's more stable. And this is purely, once again, down to file size. You're not trying to download too much, so it's just able to run a lot smoother. And that's one thing I found personally, and it did help me out a lot. Another thing people don't really realise, and I know a lot of you will already realise and think, well, we already try that, we always do that. Nutter. But even resetting your router, so just resetting your internet, letting it load back up, just refreshing itself, that little thing alone can help a lot of people out. Like I say, buffering can be through to so many different things. Each individual will have different fixes for their problems. Next of all, if you're using such as if you're trying to watch a movie, try pausing it at the beginning of the film. The beginning, yeah, that then. If you try pausing it, leaving it a few minutes just to let it load up a bit, and then start playing it, you'll not catch it up as fast. So that could help you. You could just let it load up first, and then start playing it and see if you have any success with that. A couple more things to go through as well is such as premium services, so Real Debrid and IPTV. Real Debrid obviously being for your movies and your TV shows. That's getting sources and links from premium websites, so you're not going through free servers which are going to have a hell of a lot of traffic. You're actually using premium servers. The traffic's not going to be as high of an amount. It's not going to be as many users on it. And with them being paid servers, they're obviously going to be better. So that is one thing to look at as well. If you don't know about Real Debrid, check out my channel. I've done a video not long back on that, just quickly explaining it. And then also for live TV, you've got IPTV. This for live TV is the best fix for me because obviously it's so stable. Once again, using premium servers. You're not going into free servers which are ran with traffic like we've just said. I know I'm very repetitive at the moment. And also if you're having problems with IPTV buffering, try getting in contact with your provider and just asking them if they've got their own dedicated APK. Smart IPTV now is not the best app to use for it, although it is still good and I don't have no problems with it. A lot of people do have problems while using Smart IPTV. So you will find a lot of providers will have their own APK that you can download and use. They just send you a username and password, and then this can save a lot of buffering as well if you are using IPTV. If you are looking for IPTV, I do link a couple in the description down below. It's up to you whether you get it or not. I'm not pushing it on you. I'm just letting you know if you're looking at them, they're down there. Right, so then if you're using Fire Stick or Amazon devices, even if you're using Android boxes, go through similar settings and see if these will change for you. So if I go across the settings, we'll just go through a couple of them and see what they look like. So if first of all I go into applications, you're going to see you've got Silk Browser Game Circle. Say I click on Game Circle. That's on. It doesn't need to be on. So the RAM on your device, obviously you don't want it going to different things. You've got notifications inside apps. You've got such as Game Circle that's switched on. And it's got a lot of things going off inside it and you don't need them. So I recommend just turning that off. Next of all, Amazon Photos. I don't really see how that's going to affect it, but I'm never going to use it. So I'm going to disable that as well because I'm such a bad boy when it comes to stuff like that. It gets done straight away. You've got the App Store. So if I turn that on, you've got automatic updates, in-app purchase, notifications, massive one. Turn that off straight away. It's not needed. You don't need notifications while you're on your Fire Stick. Right, you've got automatic updates. They'll let me know if they need updating and I'll go in and do them manually. And then external marketing links, ask before opening. Yeah, that's alright. So next of all, you've got preferences. So if we go inside here, click on privacy settings, you see device usage data, collect app usage data and interest-based ads. Turn all of those off. You don't need those, so turn those off. Next, you've got data monitoring. Turn that off. That's not needed. We don't want them seeing what we're doing, do we? Next, you've got notification settings. Right, so if you go down to app notifications, you're going to see all these are turned on. You don't need those notifications turned on, so what you can do is just scroll down there and turn that bad day. You can turn those bad boys off. The set orientation one, I'm going to leave that on because that... I don't know why, I'm just going to leave it on anyway. So next of all, inside either device or My Fire TV, you can click on that. And then you can click on, about. And then you can actually see how much storage you've got free. And this is a very important step as well because if your device is rammed, it's going to run slow like anything else would. So we're going to work on deleting some of the things out of there. So one thing inside applications and manage installed applications, the new update for file link deletes files whenever you start up the app, so you don't have to worry about that. Another thing is downloader. So if I launch that application, on the left hand side you're going to see it says files. I've not got any because I delete them, but that's where they'll come up. So you just long hold on the file and click on delete, and that'll delete the file from your device, not the actual app, just the file. So you're safe to do that, you'll not lose anything, but that, it does take up quite a bit of storage. And then another thing you can do is obviously go through your applications and delete any of the ones that you don't use and don't want. I know it sounds daft. You can clear the cache and you can clear the data. The cache is usually not a big amount anyway, so, but do try to limit the amount of apps you have. because the cleaner your device, the smoother it will run. Right, I know it turned out to be quite a long-winded video that, and I didn't intend it to be, honestly, but I really have just tried to cover everything for people that are watching this video, just so if they're having buffering issues, they can click on this and they can see all the different ways that you can try and test to see if they help you. If you know of any other way that I haven't mentioned, do comment down below and let myself and other subscribers know so they can try that as well. And that'll educate me as well. So, I hope you have had a wonderful weekend, guys. I hope you have a wonderful following week. In fact, I just hope you have a wonderful life, because I'm right nice like that. So that being said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da.